Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Friday, the 4th of August. Glorious Goodwood Day 4, Galway Festival Day 5. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, as far as Friday goes, I read it as the best opportunity of the week because of the amount of handicaps. Now, I'm quite mindful about how certainly some of them make it a little bit difficult. So the 150, for instance, Goodwood does make it a little bit tricky because there's quite a lot of variance in place terms available. Similar story to a degree in the other Goodwood race. So I am absolutely stacked more on Galway than Goodwood. So the plan for Friday is £40, 8 bets. So we're maxing out the stake, maxing out the bets. It's straightforward stuff. There's no additional anythings. It is 6 lucky 15s, 2 combination doubles. Both combination doubles are at Galway. 1 jumps, 1 flat. And the lucky 15s, 2 Goodwood, 1 non-Goodwood Galway, 3 Galway. So I've not mixed any Galway Goodwood at all for Friday. Just kept them separate. I think it's 8 horses at Goodwood and 14 in our staking plan for Galway. That is what we got to do. Before I get to that, I need to run through how we fared on Thursday, which, yeah, it was a bit frustrating. I'm just forgot I was going to check something on there. I was going to share with you some figures. Okay. Yeah, I felt like we were all dressed up, ready to go, and then it's that metaphorically we were waiting for a lift and it never came when we never had a night out. That's how it felt. There was a lot of bets started off quite nicely, albeit more so Galway based, and then just nothing finished off. It was just really, really frustrating. And it was a similar story as the day before. The jumps at Galway let me down. So I was having a little look. I think for Galway for Thursday, I tracked 45%, 5 out of 11 framed. But if you break that down for the full week, tracking at Galway, 43% strike rate. So 42 horses have put up at Galway over the 4 days. 18 of them have hit the frame. 2 of them won out the place-ins. And if you break that down further, what it actually says is that only 3 out of 15 in handicap jumps races. I've only hit 3 out of 15. That's way, way below par. 3 out of 4, 75% of non-handicap races. And they were all jumps ones, interestingly, apart from the bumper. But the flat handicaps, 23 selections across the 4 days, 12, which is 52%, have hit the frame. So the flat handicaps faring well, the jumps are not. So I wanted to be more on the flat for Friday. The reality is 2 of the best races are on the jumps. So yeah, we'll see. Goodwood, that was shoddy today. 1 out of 7. Forts, that's 14%. 6 out of 23 for the week, 26%. So if you combine the two, we've put up over Galway Goodwood, so not the non-ones, put up 66 horses, 24 framed, 36%. So it is just a bit of above average, so I'm happy enough with that. We've got 3 more days to keep hitting that average and we should land something. If the average goes down, that will decrease our chances. If our average stays around that mark, I say we've got the chance of hitting something for everybody by the end of the week. Clearly, I ain't making any guarantees, am I? I'm just going to try my best each day, see where it goes. So, I think it wasn't a good return on Thursday. It was 40 on, 15.93. So let me spin through it. No good, no good, no good, no good. That was easy, wasn't it? That was an absolute shoddy bet one. As was bet 2, although non-runner and a place for Sky didn't mean and that place for Hills or 365. So if you were Hills or 365, you'd have got a place there with the non-runners. There was a few pence back for anyone Hills 365. Channel got no return on bet 2. Then Crackshot, that counted for 365 and Hills. Spiridauta, that counted for Sky. didn't matter because there's nothing else came in. So only those 3 bookmakers got some pence back, but those 2 weren't good. I think, to be fair, that Da Capo Glory, apart from its last run, it runs prominently, and that horse lost it at the start. It didn't get anywhere near a good start, and I just think it didn't like being at the back. This one, it's frustrating, isn't it? 30p rule 4 on Enderman, because and some non-runners, and another one just before the off, with some debacle about not having a piece of paperwork to say the horse couldn't run with back shoes or something. Anywho, it won. We then had that one non-running for the second day in a row, which was just really irritating. And then I thought that was going to be a good one. That backed into about 9 to 4, and then couldn't get any breaks at all. Got stuck at the back and could not get through. So that horse is one to keep an eye on next time out, because it just didn't have a chance in position. And then Silver Low did go up front, but faded. So and at some point it went in. I saw the shortest I saw it at one point was 17 to 2. It drifted right back out again, but we got some money back for Enderman with a non-runner. So that was that. So it was all, these were all then starting bitty, and then it's the Galway one that just feels frustrating. That nearly went and won. Placed 33 to 1 was the drift. I mean, I don't understand how that drifted to 33 to 1. Chandler only had it 14s. So Jack Thomas, there were some non-runners came out, including the stablemate of that one, which is really annoying. But it finished 5th, which is good enough for everybody. 30p rule 4. So we started off with 2 places, and some of you would, if you're on Bog Bookie, like 365 or Paddy, would have been on 33s. That went from the front and faded. And then Beautiful Chaos, I thought we were going to keep a place, and it was 1 out of the placings for Sky, 2 out of the placings for everybody else. But just landing that would have been a really nice return. That would have seen us right up for the week. But yeah, so 2 nice places and one out of the placings. And then we had a similar story here. Spanish Tenor was second. The Big Doyen won, so that's our first official Galway winner of the week. And then Tudor City was 1 out the placings for Sky, 2 out the placings for everybody else. The same story as the other bet. And then we had a duffer. So we were very close to hitting a place treble on that one. And then this started off really well because they both placed. They both didn't. And then that did, and that nearly did, and that would have made a big difference. So, yes, just frustrating. Yeah, that door is being rattled, but we're not converting anything, and that's been the story now this week. It really, one decent bet for Sky, but outside of that, it's sort of like we started off and we're not kind of quite landed anything. I think before that, the Big Doyen, I think 7 second places. I think I need to. I'll tot it up and probably cover it in either next video or the last video, but. Yeah, I think across Galway Goodwood, 7 second places at decent prices we've had this week and 1 winner. So just okay. Friday, all right. Friday, hi. How are we doing? Okay, do us a favour because I think these are all right. You know, I think I've got a good deck of bets. So Friday, betting gods, you know what I'm saying? Sort us out. All right. Goodwood, start off here, 150. This is a watch out race. First race of Goodwood each day of the week's been the same. Sky running the promotion, so the place terms for Sky specifically for this bet are poor. 4 places standard terms. Most bookies are 5, not all. Paddy aren't, either Paddy are 4, but quite a few bookies are 5. And then you've got William Hill, that's our standout race of the day. So if you're William Hill, get this in your combination double somewhere, this 150 race. William Hill are 6. So we go Land of Wind at 18s, 3 o'clock, a wow. I thought it's the kind I really would like to get into that 3 o'clock, and I've got two, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. It's got really good extra place terms, so I wanted to go bigger on it, but I wasn't going to shove stuff in. So yeah, 3 o'clock a wow. It's not a big price at 8 to 1, but it's my number 1 pick for the race. 335. I say that. What's the favourite? Latam, I think it is. I think that's 100% the right favourite. I would be surprised if that horse is not in the first couple home, but yeah, I wasn't going to take it at 3-1 for the channel. So Awal is number one pick to channel. 335 Nymphadora 14s. I'm quite keen on that one. So there's, I think Sky are 4, no one else is, but I'm really fine with that 3 places. I think it's just a little bit overlooked in the market. It should be single figures. And then 520, that's the only one that I'm not quite, well, actually there's 2 that wasn't quite quick off the mark enough tonight. Rafgar, I think you can still get, the time of making this video, 22s on 365, but 12s is all we got for the channel for Rafgar. 20p each way, lucky 15, £6 you bet. It's my main Goodwood bet for the day. Sky are best. So despite the fact Sky are 4, because Sky are 7, 4 and 5, that is better. And then you've got next best, one of 3 bookmakers. Betfair, that don't normally make it in the rankings, but Betfair are, I guess right, 5, 6, 3 and 4. Hills, 6, 5, 3 and 4. And Betway are 5, same as Betfair, 5, 6, 3 and 4. So Betfair, Hills and Betway, slightly different terms, but joint next best, and then 365 or Coral. £6 is the bet. That's bet 1. Second lucky 15 at Goodwood. 150 Hydroplane 18s. 3 o'clock Johan, first time out this season. I liked it for the Lincoln, and then they didn't run it, so I'm hoping we get a chance here, because it does like to go well fresh. 445 Dapper Valley at 16s, and the 520 Roaring Legend at 11. 16 pence, so a smaller one, 16 pence each way, lucky 15. Same place terms, Sky win out best, and then either Betfair, Hills or Betway are joint second, and then either 365 or Coral if you haven't got any one of those 4. Bet 2. The non-Galway Goodwood bet is this. I've had a right rummage about, and this is the 4 that I've picked out as my next best outside those meetings. But they're all a bit risky, and they all need a bit of a bounce back. So we've got 355 Bangor Irish Prophecy 16s. That used to be a much better horse, so we're taking a chance it can get back to a little bit of chasey form. 455 Wolverhampton Asdar at 16s. That's a competitive race, but I think that one edged it for me from a value perspective. 540 Bangor, Vinny the Hoodie, runs well first time out, did run well first time out this season. Can it if it maintains that form, I think that can be competitive at 33-1. And then 820 Musselburgh, that needs to bounce back, but it's got it's got enough in there, and it's a weak race, I would say, for the grade. So Resilience 16-1. 16 pence each way, lucky 15. 480 is the bet, and then we are saying for this one, Sky or Unibet, because you will get 4 places on, I think it's that one and that one. And then 365 are next best, and then Betway or Boyle Sports are joint 4th best. That is bet 3. So I think that's because 365 is Betway and Boyle Sports. I can't remember if it's this or this. One of those 2 races, 365 Betway and Boyle Sports, are also 4 places. Sky and Unibet are 4 on both of them. Can't remember which way around it is. Forgive me for not knowing every single detail of every single bet off the top of my head. All right. Galway, here we go. Here's the Galway plan. We've got 4, 5, bet 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All Galway. Alright, 5 o'clock, Sit Down Lucy. Backed it last year, won for us. We're going again, 14-1. 6 o'clock, that's my value horse of the day, the Dabbler, 40-1. 6:35, Laylaps, 25-1. And there's some familiar names in here. We've backed all of these before. 8:40, we've been backing that this season. Oranmore at 20s. That's the second reserve. I say that horse will get in. So unless the trainer pulls it out, it has got another entry at the weekend for Galway over a 1.5 mile handicap. I think 1.6 miles is better for it. So I'm hoping that Luke Comer keeps that one in. But yeah, it is second reserve. What I would say is I would expect if it gets in like I expect it gets in, it will get shorter. Some of these I'm a bit surprised about. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a decent bit of market move with all of these. But yeah, we'll see. Sky best because Sky are 6 on a couple of these races. Paddy 6 on, is it the 6 o'clock? So most bookies are basically 5 across all of them. Paddy are 6 on the 6 o'clock. I'm just thinking it must be Sky are 6 on the 5 o'clock, I think it is. So Sky best, Paddy next best, 365 and Coral. But basically outside of Sky and Paddy, most bookies are paying 5, so a bog bookie is preferable. £6 is your bet. That's my number one picks for Galway. We'll see. Bet 5, another 20p each way, lucky 15. 5 o'clock. If I were a rich man, would I still do the channel? Don't know. Well, I'm not doing it for money, am I? So maybe I am rich. Maybe I live in a gigantic mansion, and this is literally just my hobby. I don't know. Well, it is my hobby. 5 o'clock. If I was a rich man, 28. 6 o'clock. Ferry Hill Run. We've taken that a few times. 25. 6:35. It's one of these Gaelic ones that I can't pronounce. Shinoki Isle. Don't know. Apologise to all the Irish viewers. 14-1. 7:40 Western Cape, which we've taken before. So I think apart from If I Were a Rich Man, I don't think I've backed that on the channel before. The others we've taken 20p each way, lucky 15. Sky best, Paddy second, 365 or Coral. £6 is the bet. That's bet 5. And the last lucky for Galway, smaller stake on this one, but some interesting selections, I think. 5 o'clock set point 20s. That's been on a drift on Thursday night. I don't know why, because I expect that to be a shortener. So it's drifting the night before. Let's see what happens on the day, but I think I see that going shorter. So unless there's something that horse is going to get pulled out the next day, I don't know, but it should be a shortener. 6:35 Point Adama. It was due to run Thursday. They pulled it out on the basis of the ground. The ground looks the same at Galway to me going into Friday than it was on Thursday. The distance is different for the race. This one's up to 1.5 miles. I think it was entered into a mile. Very curious. Hopefully it runs. I think it's a really interesting horse because it actually really unexposed for the grade. I thought it was worth a chance on that one. But yeah, I'll be annoyed if it's the second horse this week that gets pulled out 2 days in a row and I'm on it. But then we've got 7:40 Snowhaven at 16s, and then 8:40. This one's already caught fire a little bit into 18s from 33s. Mighty Mo Missouri, 18p each way, lucky 15. 5:40 is the bet. Sky best, and then 365 Paddy Coral or any other bog bookie you can find. So that's a bookmaker paying best price guaranteed. That's bet 6. And then the 2 combo doubles. First one is the jumps one, and I've added in a few extra selections in this race. So bet 7 is this. 5 o'clock. I've got 5 on leg 1 and 2 on leg 2, and they're both big prices. So it's got a level of risk as far as the market would be concerned. Let's find out. 5 o'clock. Sit Down Lucy, set point, and If I Was a Rich Man. They are all in lucky 15s. And I've added in She Could Be Anything, which I think should be the favourite and a bit shorter, even in a really competitive race, based on the bare form. So it should be She Could Be Anything, 11-2. And then I was umming and ahhing. I was between 2, and I've gone for Weddell C as my 5th choice, 16-1. Then in the 6 o'clock, I've got the Dabbler and Fairy Hill Run. 10 times 20p each way, lucky 15. So if you put them all in your bet slip, there are 10 possible combinations of doubles here. £4 is the bet. Sky are best, Paddy second best, because they are also 6 there, and then 365 or Coral. Bet 7 is that. And lastly is our saver bet, I guess. As all else fails, this is the last one that can do us a favour. 6:35, we're going Laylaps, Chinook Isle and Point Adama. And obviously that's got a risk because it was a non-run of the day before. Going on the 8:40, Mighty Mo Missouri and Oranmore, and that's the second reserve. So there are some risco ones in the sense of will they run. £3 is the bet. 6 times 25p each way, doubles. Basically, most bookies are 5 places, so you want a bog bookie. So 365 Paddy, Coral, Ladbrokes. Others potentially are available. If they are, shove them in the comments and share it with everyone else. I haven't got an encyclopedic knowledge of every bookmaker. Just try and keep a track on the main ones. So yeah, most bookies are 5. So no advantage from that one with Sky, and if you're on bog bookie, that'll be better anyway. Okay, I think that's it. That's well, but it is it. Mention on the golf. If anyone's following the golf, Cheston Hadley had a good round, 3 under par. Ben Griffin, I think he was doing alright. He bogeyed the last hole. I think he finished on level par, so he's sort of about mid-packish. We'll see how we go there. And then I'll be back. So no videos from me physically on Friday, but freebets.com will be on Saturday morning first thing, followed by my regular Saturday morning video. So no late night Friday videos. So Saturday morning is when the videos will be out, and it is Stewards Cup on the Saturday. So that's the big 6 furlong sprint. And what was it? I was chatting to my dad about the Stewards Cup, and he remembered, and I checked it for him. It was 90. I forgot the name of the horse now. He told me back to the winner. He told me what the horse was, and I looked it up, and it was 1950. Was it 1953 or 1954? And I can't find the price, but he told me it was 66 to 1, and that's his first memory of betting on the Stewards Cup. So in the mid 50s, 66 to 1 winner, and he's remembered that. I don't think I remember every 66 to 1 winner I've ever had. I remember a few of them. There's a few that stick in my mind. All right, that's me. I'll finish it there. Thank you very much. Let's get it today. We're having it. Friday. That's our day. Friday's our day. Come on, here we go. All right. See you Saturday. Thank you very much. Bye bye.